Hi guys, it's Jen, and I am back with my Smashbook about my trip to Dublin. I think I figured out my iPad camera, and I'm going to try and make it a little bit less shaky this time. I know that it was pretty shaky last time, and I'm trying. I'm a little bit shaky right now. I don't know. I think I get nervous, guys. Alright, so anyway, here is the cover. And these are some letters that I got in one of my Studio Calico kits that were a solid wood grain, and I dyed them green. This is a Hamley overlay that I cut up. And there's a lot of other stuff from Studio Calico kits. These are some Cosmo Cricket word stickers. Tried to keep it pretty basic for the cover because I knew I'd be carrying it around. And you can see some parts of it did get a little bit roughed up, but I'm okay with that, so that's not a big deal. Fair warning, this is the side view of my book. This is going to be a little bit of a long video. Bear with me, I guess. I'm not going to go into too much detail on each page, but just give you kind of an overview of what I did. So, sorry, I'm also apparently not good at keeping my fingers out of the camera. This is the cover, and I used some really cool thickers in here. Well, it's not the cover, it's the inside cover. And this was from a, I can't remember her name. I'll try and link it eventually. It's a collection that I got that had to do with Around the World was the name of the paper stack. And I kind of thought, maybe I'll use it. I ended up using a lot of it. When I got home, I added it to my book. This actually here is another one. And for some reason in the video you can really see the glue. It's not that bad in person. This Adventure Ahead was another one. This is a My Mind's Eye sticker. And this is a picture I actually took of the globe in my classroom with Instagram, and then I printed it out, so that was kind of cool. This is the first page, and excuse me. These are just pictures of us on our way. Obviously it says on the way. And this is the smash tape. And this is one of the pages, I'll tell you probably when I switch, but a lot of these pages I did do while I was in Ireland, so they're in the hotel, they're kind of with what I had. So they're a little bit of a different style. This is just a ticket for the bus that we took to the airport. This is inside the bus. It showed the date, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law who I went with, our meal in the airport because you never know what you're going to eat once you get to a new place. Waiting in the airport, I used a smash sticker. We flew on Aer Lingus. I have my ticket. I did some journaling. And then we arrived. So this page was more about our bus that we rode there. You guys will appreciate this, and you're probably the only one, so I am going to talk about this a little bit, is that when we got on the bus, I noticed in the tunnels, instead of, like some states have dots that you stay apart from, this one says to keep so many chevrons apart, and I thought, chevrons, they're everywhere, so I was all geeked out about that. We stayed at the Maldron Hotel, and this is O'Connell Street, which is the center of Dublin. It was an awesome trip, and it was really fun to be able to document all of this, to put, the paper from the hotel in, to be able to print out Instagrams and stick them in. It was really nice. Some pages like this one said mind the gap, and even though we weren't in London where they say that, they do in Ireland say, mind this, mind that. And so I kind of left that page because it was kind of neat on its own. This was just a place we went to eat. The first thing I ate in Ireland, and you can open it up and look at it. I just stuck, it's a threefold, so I just stuck this back page because the back didn't really have anything important on it. So I did that, and I did a little journaling. Some of the pages are simple, some are more complicated. So my sister-in-law, we joked that she flew all the way to Ireland to go shopping at a store called Penny's, which isn't like the Penny's in the US. I ended up buying 4 pairs of shoes there myself, so I can't complain, as well as some really fun sunglasses. And I did some more journaling, so basic. This page was kind of neat. We went to this restaurant, whereas my sister-in-law went for the shopping, my mother-in-law went to have these things that are called dough balls, and you dip them in Nutella. And so it's at this restaurant called Milano. So what I did was I took one of the napkins on one of the nights that we went. Here's my journaling and a picture I took. Once I knew I was doing the Smashbook, I found that I took a lot more pictures than I would have normally because I knew I wanted to be able to document them. And then I made the napkin into a pocket. I took a picture of the real menu, and my mother-in-law had grabbed one of their takeout menus, so I have that in there too. I'm not going to put everything, maybe I will. Some stuff I'm not going to put back in while I'm doing the video because it's too hard with one hand. Over here, This is just one of the candies that we got there, so I used some washi tape to put it in because it was just something neat to include. A story about what happened to us at one of the stores there. These are some pictures that I took of downtown Dublin and at night, and I thought they were really cool. I know there's a little bit of a glare. I'm trying to figure out the lighting. I'm in my new craft room, and I will do a video on that when I kind of get it a little more finished. And I have a new ot light, but I'm not totally sure about all of that yet. So you'll see throughout, I have a bunch of the Dear Lizzie, the paper sheet that had the Polaroid type things on it. I cut them up and put them throughout the book. These, this is a Lawn Fawn stamp, and so is this. Then we went on, I used all Jelly Bean Soup. There was a sheet that came in one of the Studio Calico kits that had the days of the week. So I used that to tell what day everything was. And this was the tour that we went on. If you ever go to Ireland, I recommend it. It takes you out into the mountains and everything. And so these were pictures we took that day, and it ended up being my favorite day, so I added that sticker. But what I did was I stuck the brochure down the same way I did, you know, on the other page, so that you could just open it up and look at it. But the picture in the front I actually covered with a picture of us. So that was kind of cute. Then these are pictures that I took along the way of sites that I just wanted to remember. I used my smash stamp and lots of washi tape. I actually got this washi tape in Ireland. It was, okay, side note, I know this isn't gonna be long enough anyway, but so I got this little container at a store called Avoca there. It was really cute. It was in the kids section, but it was perfect to hold washi tape. And so while I was there, I got these MT tapes, which are pink polka dots. Let me see if I can get the light to be better. There we go, pink polka dots and gray polka dots. I also got a set that I can't remember the name of the people. I know you can also buy them like on ModCloth and a couple other sites like that. It's the whole alphabet set. I got those while I was there. And I also got a set from Calf Kidson that are these, and that floral is going to be in every project I do because it is just that awesome. All right, so, sorry. That's the end of my washi tape side note. Okay. So that's what I used on that page. This is the one page I actually still have empty. It's the top 10, and I can't decide what I want to do the top 10 of. Top 10 funny things, top 10 things we saw, top 10, I don't know. Who knows? On this page and the next, it was things we saw on our tour while we were still in Dublin. And this rub-on here, as well as the compass over here, are actually some really old rub-ons I had that I kind of thought I'm never going to use them, but they were perfect on this page. And that's one of the things I liked about the Smashbook is you can use up a lot of your supplies. So this is like where U2 first recorded. This just shows that everything's in Gaelic and English. The price of gas. One of their major sporting centers, the American Embassy. You know, things that I kind of just wanted to have in my book. We went to this place called Sandy Cove in Dublin County. And I don't know about you, but when I thought of Dublin, I didn't always think of palm trees. And so we did this and we went to the beach there. I mean, it was winter, so we weren't like at the beach, but the other thing that's kind of cool about this page is it's actually, if you were to look at it without the pictures, there's a camper here and it's like a wood scene. But once I put my pictures in, because I was sort of strategic about where I put them, you wouldn't notice that. Over here I have a pull. And what I did was I just used washi tape and connected these pictures. And then you see underneath where it says Dolce Vita. So I kept that part. Normally I have a little clip in there, but I took them out to do the video. So, then I just used more of the tabs. This is that awesome, really, really pretty floral washi tape. And I told the story of things that happened, and we saw sheep and the mountains and things like that. Lots of journaling, which I was kind of proud that I managed to write down so much of my trip to remember. One of our stops, it was really, really windy. And at the top of the mountain, my sister-in-law and I kind of just went and ran back to the bus because it was that windy and muddy. But my mother-in-law did stay and get the traditional shot of Jameson. So we took this picture of her coming back. I'm sure she'll be glad it's on the internet. But it was a lot of fun. We had a really good trip. This is a lunch that we stopped at, and I kept a lot of my receipts and I attached them in there. This is actually a piece of really old My Mind's Eye paper, and I cut it up and used just that part. Put anyway, I put that over there. You know what I mean. This was the monastery that we went to, and I got to use the Jelly Bean Soup corrugated cardboard, and so that was really cool. And I liked that, and it sort of fit the theme. It was sort of simple. And these are just pictures. That was our tour guide. His name is Dennis. If you go on the Wild Wicklow tours, he's awesome. Just some more pictures. Kind of simple. This was dinner that we went to, and this is actually an ad that we found for it afterwards because we sort of stumbled upon the place. Again, this page is the page in the book that has the Eiffel Tower on it, but clearly you don't see that anymore. This, I used some of the new rubber thickers, and I'm in love with them. They're in here a couple other times in different colors, and I just love it. These are our meals. That was the best cheeseburger I've ever had in my entire life. By this point in the trip, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law were starting to get the idea of like what you keep and what you put in your book. And so, oh, pardon me, the phone's ringing. So this was a coaster that we had, and my mother-in-law said, quick, take this, put it in your book. So that was kind of cool. So I stamped stolen and the date on it. It was very windy. We didn't run into a lot of rain, which people thought we would because they're like, oh, in Ireland it rains all the time. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was very windy. And my poor sister-in-law with her umbrella ran into the wind, so I did a page about that. This page was kind of just a mishmash. It was, I put down the map we had from our bus tour along with my bus ticket and 3 different random pictures that I had, and then I just numbered them and wrote what they were. For example, this one was part of Occupy Dublin, and I just wanted to document that because even though it isn't exactly like a happy touristy thing, I thought it was kind of said a lot about the time that we went. All of you crafty people, this should be your new home. I plan to move there and live in the store. It's called Avoca, and they just had fabulous crafts and dishes and handmade blankets and all kinds of stuff. So I put that in there, just attached it with some washi tape. There's pictures of some of them. This is just book paper I put in the background, and I stamped the Dear Lizzie camera all over it. I kept one of the cards. These are just some random things. Oh, this is the Museum of, what is it called? The Museum of Decorative Arts and History, and I thought, decorative arts? Boy, I wish I could go there. And this woman, this little statue is called the Floozy and the Jacuzzi, so that was funny. Then we actually went to a jail while we were there. It's a famous jail. It's Kilmainham, and this was just about our day there. And this page is almost, well, not almost, it's solid pictures because I took a lot of pictures that day, and a lot of these don't really have like a story. It just, I wanted to make sure I included them. To balance that out, on this page, I have 2 kind of important pictures and then a whole bunch of journaling that explains what we learned there. This is the page I hate in my book. I don't know about you guys, when I do a project, there tends to be like one part that just I'm not happy with in the end, and this is it, but that's okay, because there's pictures, and they're important, so there's 1, there's the tab 2, and there's the 3rd picture, and some journaling, so it's okay. I hate it, but it'll be alright. Our ticket to get into the jail, us in jail, a statue there of the rebel leaders for the 1916 rebellion in Ireland. One of my goals in life, I always joked, was to ride a double-decker bus, and we got to do that there. It was a little bit windy. Oh, hello. This is my cat Stuart. Apparently he wanted to say hello. So, okay, buddy. I know. All right. Here, come here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So you can see, I think, the pictures of how windy it was on the bus. And here, let me just put the cat down. Okay. Sorry. Oh, and I'm sorry. I probably just made you all a little nauseous there. Anyway, so that's what that was. Moving on, this was a park that we went to that was really, like, that we drove through while we were on the double-decker. And what we didn't know is that all of a sudden we heard a noise, and I turned and I got hit in the face by a tree. So that's the story I tell on that page. We went to the Guinness Storehouse, which was such a neat experience. While I was there, I bought this like postcard type Guinness thing to keep, but this is actually a picture that I took of a Guinness that I poured that just came out really cool, and I kept my ticket. And this, so also another side note, this sparkly ribbon tape stuff came from one of the Studio Calico kits. I don't know who makes it, but it might be American Crafts. But I really, really like it, and I want to get more of it. This is, sorry guys, the cat is, yeah, there's the cat blocking your view. Hubby, darling. Okay, so this is, sorry guys, but I don't want to refilm it, so I'm just going to not stop. This is my perfect pint. You can learn how to pour a perfect pint there, and they show you, so I actually cut the edges of that and put it in the book because I said I'm going to lose it and it's not going to really mean anything to me, so I was more than happy to have it in my book. I'm so sorry guys, this is long and now it's all awkward and shaky and cat filled, and these are pictures from inside Guinness. These are pictures, there's a waterfall where they donate water, you know, for money that you throw in, so there's journaling on the back here. I just attached that as a way to get more pictures. This is me being ridiculous because I think that's important on a trip, to have some fun. More time at Guinness. This is a coaster that I bought there. This is all about the actual pouring. We were just really excited to do this. My brother is a bartender and her boyfriend likes different kinds of beer and stuff, so we wanted to show them that we could do it. So this is each of us learning how to pour. This is actually my glass of Guinness that I poured. I was super proud. I was even prouder because my camera kind of took an amazing picture. So I put this little tab on it, and you open it up and it just tells you what it is. And there's pictures of us getting ready, and then after we pour it. We said we would try it. These are more of those awesome rubber thickers. We did try it. However, yeah, that's embarrassing. We never said we would like it at all. We hated it. I put the map in here of the storehouse, and it actually folds out gigantic, so I'm not going to unfold all of that. But I also put this picture on the front that shows we hated it so much, this is how much we gave back to them. My mother-in-law enjoying her beer. This was cool. I used, it's the holographic paint, and it came out really, really cool on that paper, so I used that. And one of the really neat things, besides this giant beer that was in one of the stairwells that I made us all pose by, was on the 7th floor of the Guinness place, there's the gravity bar, and there's 360-degree views, and so I went around and I took pictures out of all the windows. So that was kind of all the way around. So I made it so that you can just pull that out and kind of get that experience. And this is just a page that we did about where we lost at the end. This is one of the stamps that we got in the Studio Calico kit, and it is absolutely awesome. I just love it. It kind of looked like a tree stump to me at first, but I love it stamped with the Jenny Bolin inks on this craft paper. It came out really, really neat. Here's another night we went out to dinner. I just used another stamp and made each of these and put them on Pop Dots and used a bunch of washi tape. Those are the dough balls that we joke that were traveled 3,000 miles for. The third day I stayed because I had hurt my knee and it was really bothering me, but I stayed and I scrapbooked all day, so I got a lot of the book done. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law were awesome and grabbed me some brochures while they were out, and they also took a lot of pictures because they said, you need them for your book, so that was really nice of them. I left this page blank because I thought Vini Vidi Vici was perfect for our trip. This is them at Dublin Castle, which is cool. I would like to go back there. We went out to dinner. We had a little fiasco with some really gross cheese. We called it the Great Queso Caper. And this is the story of what happened first, second, third, and last. So I want to make sure I documented that. We also went to the film festival. There's the Jameson Dublin Film Festival, and these are our tickets, and it shows what was going on. And I was so excited to use my Tim Holtz film strip on this, and I used some up here too. So I just wrote about it and put that behind there and popped it up. Here's where we saw it. It was a huge theater. There was a red carpet. So we walked the red carpet, and that was pretty fun. There was also, for the movie The Pirates that's coming out, one of those cutouts that you put your faces in, so we had to do that because that's just too much fun not to do, especially when you're in a foreign country. I used the Dear Lizzie stamp on this and filled it with different things and printed one on white paper and did my journaling just about getting snacks when we got back to the hotel. This is our last day. We ended up with a lot of luggage. We shopped a lot. So much, in fact, that, yes, I earned 3 heavy tags on my suitcase. That means 70 pounds, by the way. So yeah, I made sure to keep all of those because I thought that was a funny story. This is just about our flight home. These were the TVs on the plane, and I made sure to take a picture of it because I knew I'd want it in my album. The only euros that I brought home because I spent all my money, so I put what the exchange rate was when we went, and I used this little envelope, and inside it are the coins that I had left. So that was pretty fun. And then this is my final page. It shows us landing with all of our luggage because we did even more shopping at the airport. And then I journaled about the trip. And I finished scrapping this book on March 14th, 2012. So it was really, really fun to do a Smashbook for a trip like this. I would definitely recommend it because whether you work on it when you get home, which I did for half of it, or you just, fill it in as you go, it's a really great way to document all those things that, I would have never sat down and said, okay, I'm going to do a scrapbook page about dinner that we had that night. But it ended up being really funny because when we look back at it, we're like, oh yeah, remember this and remember that, and oh yeah, you remembered to bring this, and which was kind of cool because I was like, oh, they're really getting into the scrapbooking part of it. And so it's just a really neat, different way to document things. I don't know. I recommend it. I know everybody's kind of been doing their Smash stuff, and I just wanted to show this because it was a little bit different. Plus, it was a ton of work, so I wanted to show it to somebody who would kind of understand about that amount of work. And I'm going to come back with another video of an album that I also never showed you guys. Let me know what you think. I tried to do better with keeping this steady. Because it's my iPod, I can't put it on a tripod, so I'm still working on things, but it's definitely the easiest way to film videos. So I will be back with more videos, and thanks for watching, and have a good night, or afternoon, or day, or whatever time it is. Bye!